Hey guys, welcome back. Today we'll be watching two replays, both on Naval Frontier, both in a Tier 9 tank destroyer. You will see how different the playstyle changes throughout this replay. To begin with, I would like to point out Cookie is taking his 704 to the medium position, as as any normal TD generally goes towards the red line, towards the right corner of this map from his spawn, but that's where his mediums tend to go. Since this opening shots are so critical to just seeing who is going where, especially heavies like Mouse and E100, can generally guess where the most heavily distributed enemy is. In this case, they've gone traditional way towards that corner of Naval Frontier map, while E75 on Cookie's team is right by him, and this is what presents us an issue where it's interesting to see how Cookie climbs out of here. He's paired with E75 while his mediums are gone the heavy route, which will result into, well, we can already see the tier 10 medium has died. I believe that was STB1 along with a KPF. So already just getting into the battle, people have swapped places quite a bit. Cookie is playing a medium-ish role, spotting targets in middle of the map, which traditionally is done by STB1. But he does have support, which is one of the crucial thing that makes this play viable. If he did not, then enemy medium would have had helped trade him, and then by this point it would be quite tough to do what he's about to do. It's already up to 2.5k damage. Cookie's just trying to find out where next he can put a shot into red, because for 704's gun, yes, it is the Russian snappy gun, but you still need to set up your shots. You need to pre-aim in those spots where you expect targets to appear. And Cookie right now is gonna pull off a maneuver, unexpectedly see 704, and guess what he does? It's 704 versus 704, and this tactic normally does not work. Side hugging another TD in your TD, but it kind of works there. Cookie takes the kill, kind of catches the 704 by surprise, as he would never have thought that there will be enemy 704 right around the corner there. And this point here is where Cookie begins to lose majority of his HP. 2v4 already, and he has a healthy Tortoise to get through. Tortoise is obviously a 2-shot for him. Puts a second shot into the cupola as he bounced the first one. And now he just needs to wiggle his way out of this situation by not losing a lot of HP as he shuts him down, climbing up to 4.8k damage. Might not have counted the blind shot that went towards the Yag Tiger. So now it's 1v3, and enemy is E100, IS-8, and Yag Tiger. On Naval Frontier, it's very, very common to people to just cap. Well, one has started capping right away. Even if it's just a tank destroyer, they could have just rolled up and around on him. E100 didn't have to go alone hunting, which Cookie kind of does get lucky by absorbing the heat shell into his frontal armor, most probably the what is it called, the mantlet. Now his team screaming, get unspotted, and then do the switcheroo, which he does automatically. They don't know who Cookie is, but they soon will see his greatness. Currently sitting at 4.8k damage, well, probably more than 4.8k. And now he's gonna make an approach towards the cap, as they're probably expecting him to appear from a different direction. He is going to spot first the IS-8 on low health, takes APCR to the butt. I would have used HE, but hey, APCR secures kill. And now the most interesting part another this replay. This Yag might not have the best crew. What Cookie is going to circle him in a tank destroyer, circling another tank destroyer. How this worked, I have no idea, but this did work. Despite of him missing the shot right here, his team is saying, "OMG, what the hell is this guy doing in his 704? Unusual tactics." And right here, he gets a fire on him, gets an engine shot, and shuts him down with just one shot instead of two. With his combined damage is 6.3k, with earning few of the candlelight. Wow, I mean, the tactics were used in this battle were quite different, but it worked out for him. 6 kills, 1.7k XP. That's ridiculously high XP for a tank destroyer, because he was up there spotting targets. Another replay. This is Keegan in his Conway. So he has been grinding this tank quite aggressively for past couple weeks, and he has his way of just producing masteries in this one after one, and getting spammed by masteries is quite funny. Which Keegan is gonna demonstrate one of his ways of working this Conway. Now, why I started the replay right here, because I died by YOLOing the IS-3 and E-75 on the enemy team. I wanted to YOLO one guy, but I ended up YOLOing two. Which right here, kind of bad how I died there, right? So Keegan, again, in a quite similar situation, but with a turret versus 2v4. Now, of course, his another ally is quite far away from him, and he needs to, stand on his own and defend for himself and protect his HP, because probably towards the end he's gonna have to trade it. One of the good aspects of British new tank destroyers is they have good DPM, and they have this ooh, okay, that was quite good. So now, turning his battle into 1v2, the other guy just has to splash him. Oh, okay. He might have gotten low rolled, or he might be using the fast reload gun. Yes, he's using fast reload gun. And now 1v2, he misses, and he has to shut down one of the guys to make it 1v1. Now is a chance for VK to push on him, but VK does not push at all. Alright, now we have time to chat a little while these guys do the wiggle dance around this berm. So as I was saying before, these tank destroyers have a lower gun, like a stock gun you could say, but stock guns are almost as good, even better in many cases, than the top gun. Keegan in this replay is using top gun, and his reload is, as you can see, is 11.9. Might not be maxed out, but I feel like in this moment he is, so it's quite accurate. While he does like the lower alpha fast rate of fire gun, because it's like a Conqueror just with a Centurion hull, and the mobility just adds on to the gun. Like, Conqueror's hull is quite bad, but the gun kind of makes up for it, so it's worth playing. But when you add as good as of a gun to a Centurion hull, even with a like a awkward turret, you can put damage out quite easily, as he's gonna show. Well, not that one, but now interesting thing he's gonna do. He's gonna switch to HE right here, because he doesn't need to pen every single shot. He just need to splash him about twice, so he can get the victory. Now, Reds were very overconfident. That is why they have put themselves into this scenario. You know, the prototype YOLOs, he burns to death, and Conway YOLOs, and he does get quite unlucky there by his HE rolls. He should have used HE at the first impact too. So now 6 health of VK, he doesn't really have any options. With time counting down, Keegan is playing the patient game. He is so patient. Like, one of the qualities I would say that annoys me most of other players is how patient they are. Like, at this point, VK is much annoyed over the point of he just pushes in, and of course, having a rear mounted turret doesn't really do him any good there. Alright, so Keegan gets 4.7k damage with some candles, 6 kills, 1.4k XP. This was quite entertaining, and I do have a couple more of them, and I hope to share them soon. Thank you guys. Take care.